Welcome back, Helldivers. I have some exciting news today for you. We have some new fleet upgrades for the destroyer, which I'm going to be going over in this video today. We got some new patch updates and all that good stuff, so let's get straight into it. For those of you that aren't interested in the patch update and the known issues, I have chapters down below, so you can go ahead and skip ahead to the fleet upgrades. So straight off the bat, I want to go ahead and go over the patch updates, some of the known issues they still have. So they say they fixed it SPM. They said that this hasn't been working since the July 1st. They fixed crashes and glitches occurring when dropping into a mission, fixed instances of players becoming stuck in Hell Pod at loading screen, fixed a crash that occurs after changing settings. They say this should be fixed for real this time when they said they fixed it last time, but hopefully they actually fixed it now. So next off, we're going to talk about some of the known issues that they're aware of. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the ones I find important so you guys can be aware of them, and I'll leave out some of the parts that aren't important, but I'll let you guys go ahead and read that out for yourself. I'll leave it on the screen for you guys to pause if you need to. So first things first, with the known issues, they're still having issues with the sending friend requests via the code, which is still not working. Who would have guessed? Some of the players may be unable to join or be invited to the game. Then players added to recent player lists will appear in the middle of the list. So if you're having people that you run into as randoms and you want to add them as a friend, just keep an eye out for that in the middle of the list. So the next thing I want to go over is players may experience delays in medals and super credit payouts. So keep in mind, if you don't receive it right away, you're just going to get it a little late, and they're aware of this. Also, another thing you want to keep in mind is any mines that are deployed may become invisible, but they're still active. So keep in mind that if you throw down that stratagem, that you may potentially still be blown up even if you don't see it. So on to the next issue that I think is important. So most weapons shoot below the crosshair when aiming down the sights, which is something they're also aware of now. And they're also saying that the stratagem beam might attach itself to enemies but will deploy where you threw it down. So just keep that in mind when throwing out stratagems. So now they're saying that Biotine sometimes does not take damage to the head when shooting it. Players may become stuck in the loadout when joining a game in progress. Reinforcement may not be available for players who join the game in progress. And then they're saying that planet liberation reaches 100% at every defend mission. And then raise flag, a super earth objective, does not show the progress bar, which can be annoying when you're doing that mission, so keep an eye out for those things. So that's going to be everything for the known issues and patch updates. So now let's get into all the stuff you guys are waiting and excited to hear about, which are going to be the new super destroyer fleet upgrades. So let's go ahead and give you all the information that I know about it, and so you guys can start spreading some more democracy. So first things first, we're going to be going over the first super destroyer upgrade. So they got one for the hangar. It's going to be the advanced crew training. Basically says training pit crew members and employ situational protocol adaptations such as leaving unused ammo loaded instead of replacing it. And the upgrade effect is the eagle rearm cooldown further reduced by 10% if called in, while eagle uses are still remain. So this is just going to help you out with your eagles, like if you have a 500 kg or something similar to that, instead of it taking longer to reload because you decided to reload your eagle for a different stratagem, it'll help it basically take less time. So that's a really good thing. That's something I've been wanting them to do, because it gets annoying when I use my napalm and all of a sudden it takes forever when I didn't even use my 500 kg. So that can be irritating. It's just there has to be times when you're ready to use it, and I think this is a really good one that's gonna help all of us out. So let's go ahead and go on to the next one. The next one is a bridge upgrade, morale augmentation. It's basically a long-winded explanation of saying that there's going to be a 5% cooldown for all stratagems. So just keep in mind, if you want a shorter timer, make sure you look into this one. So let's head on to the next one now. So the next one is the robotics workshop upgrade. It's going to be a cross-platform compatibility. Basically, this one, when you throw down a mortar sentry, that if you ping an enemy, it's just basically going to shoot at that one first. So this will probably make mortars a bit more usable so that we're not getting killed by them constantly. And it's definitely going to help with the EMS mortar to make sure you're hitting the enemies that you're trying to hit, to slow down the enemies you're trying to hit. Like if you want to drop a 500 kg on a specific enemy or something so that they're not moving, that's definitely going to help us out. So now we're on to a pretty exciting one. So they got an orbital cannon upgrade. This is going to be a high density explosives. It increases the damage radius on explosives caused by orbital stratagems by 10%. So this is going to help the orbital airburst strike, orbital precision strike, and the 380. That's definitely going to help with the 380 a lot. Me, I'm a personal fan of the 380. It helps out a lot, especially when you like to mess around on the sword mission and just nuke your teammates. teammate, that's gonna be a lot more fun. So make sure you guys get this one if that's something you're interested in. So now we're on to the engineering bay. They got streamlined launch process, decreases time to initiate deployment of support weapon stratagems by removing dialogue box confirming intent to fire. All support weapons stratagems launched immediately once called in, reducing overall deployment time. So it's just basically gonna help you drop down your weapons faster, like the expendable anti-tank, the anti-material rifle, the recoilless rifle, flamethrower, you know, just your weapons and stuff like that. So it's gonna help you get these down a bit quicker, and so you can get your hands on them, especially when you're on those planets where you have that delay. So it should definitely shorten the timer with stuff like that, especially when you're in high intensity moments and you need these weapons. Now we're on to a Patriotic Administration Center. So it's a payroll management system. It's basically just going to be an upgrade that reduces reload time for all support weapons. So anything like the expendable anti-tank, the quasar cannon, the material rifle, it's just going to make it so you can call these weapons in sooner than you usually would. So that's going to be everything for the fleet upgrades. So that's going to be everything on this new update. I want to make sure you guys are staying informed. If you're looking to keep updated on all the information Helldivers 2, make sure you drop a sub, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.